Okay. You can go now.
Right. I bought my pacer 1973 from Midpack Motors in Morley Park on the 13th of March 1973. And at the time, the pacer had only done 23,000 miles, and when I sold her, she'd done 200,000 miles. And I bought her in 73 and sold her in 90, and bought her back in 94, the 2nd of November 94, and I drove for another 11 years and 5 months. Then I sold her in 2005, and then I bought her back in 2009. The pacer never let me down. I drove her down the southwest, grand final, I drove her, all playing footy for Darren and all that stuff. The pacer went everywhere, never let me down. I drove her down to Espens, drove her down to Bunbury, down to Butterland, all in places. She went all over the place. She was a good car, good strong car, solid car. They kept going, they never break down. They were Hemis, they were a good motor. They were great motor, old pacers. And I remember when I had 324 Darren number plate on it once. I had 852 on it, and then I had 120 on it, and then at the end I finished up having 701 on the pacer, you know. And she was a great car, you know. And I bought her back, she still kept going good. She had the 4-speed in it, 265, had the Hoey car behind her, tractors on gas and everything, she was. And she went to Perth, drove on gas down to Perth, set along about 70 miles an hour, and you know, on gas, she was good on gas. Gas never affected her pulling power, nothing. She had 20 pulling power, never missed a beat, handled gravel roads, good on bitumen roads, if it rained, it didn't make any difference to her. She was a great handling car, had good seats in, had pacer seats in her, had the original band wires in her, had driving lights in the grill and all that stuff in her, you know, and she never missed a beat. She comfortable car to drive, brilliant. Every way she had the pacer horns on it and all that stuff on it when I got her back. Never had the pacer horns were missing, the driving lights were missing off the car. Everything was missing off the car. And when I bought her back, but at the moment, I bought her back in 2009, I'm going to fix her back and get her back on the road going again and drive her again, because they're better than all these new cars. They all float around, they're too light and they're nothing like the old pacers. Can't beat them. They're the best cars ever. Old Hemi's the best car ever on the road. And do you want to tell me a bit about my old van ute? I had an ap6 ute. I bought a 1972. I was working in Jan insurance kit. I bought that for $583. And from Jan I rode to Wildcats on a foot bike. I rode about 50 k's on a bike. And I put the bike in the back of my ute and drove my old ap6 ute to Perth. And I had the old van ute 11 years. I bought it for, done 40,000 k's. And when I sold it, I had it 11 years. She'd done 200,000 miles. I drove it down to Espens, down to Bunbury, up to Shelton, all over the place. Old ap6 ute. She used to do 30 miles going on petrol. She's good on petrol, old ute. And then in '83, I bought my drifter Panamans at Alberton, Guildford, and drove her down to Espens. Never missed a beat. The old drifter had the 265 4-speed in it. Had heaters and everything. She was a good Panaman. Cruised along, no worries to her. She was a good old drifter, blue and white. She was blue and white with white on her. She was a good man. Had blue seats in her. Had a blue steering wheel, the blue dash, all the blue carpet in the drifter Panaman. And she was a good cruiser. You can't beat cruisers. I've been over the shows over Eastern States. I've been to Adelaide. I've been to Geelong, Albury, and we've been to Bendigo, and that's a great shows over Eastern States. And we used to go to. I've been to shows in Basildine. I've been to Laflamme Park and all our shows over there. But the Eastern States shows are really good shows. They are. They beat us. They beat us. So anything else to say on?
You can tell me a bit about the pacer. What are you going to do to it?
What I'm going to do to my pacer, I'm going to fix her up. I'm going to fix her up and get her all painted, get all the rust taken out of her.
You going to do it yourself, or are you going to get a panel beater?
I might learn to do it myself, because panel beater crooks, they rip you off panel beaters. You can't trust panel beaters, they're no good, they rip you off and all that stuff. So I'll have to fix all the pacer myself, get her all painted up, get all the rust taken out of her.
You got pacer seats for it or not?
No, I haven't got pacer seats for her. I've got some Regal seats I've put in for the time being until I get on the road licence.
Yeah.
I'm taking a few parts, bits and pieces for her pacer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying to get a set of pacer horns, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
For her. And I'm chasing, what else am I chasing? Probably chasing a 265 down the track for her, and a 4-speed gearbox for her. Chasing things like that for her. And I'm going to get it all back in good nick.
Yeah.
She's back on the road all going. Get it all painted, Hemi orange and all that. Put the stripes all back on and all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a CD player in there, everything in it.
Yeah.
Oh, bucket seats in it and get it all painted up real good and get it all back on the road, lights and going and driving her again.
Oh, that'd be good.
Look, I have on the road driving.
How long will it take you, I reckon?
Probably take me about 18 months.
Oh, that's not too bad.
18 months I could have her back on the road going. When I bought her back in '94, I drove for 11 years and 5 months, and she never let me down. Went everywhere with her.
Yeah.
Kept going and kept going. These cars are really brilliant. You can't beat them.
I know a bloke that actually sold a Pacer.
Yeah.
He sold a Pacer and swapped it for a Commodore.
I wouldn't put for a Commodore, no way. Commodore with Fords and all the things, they're all too light. They float all over the road. And you fix them, it costs a fortune to fix them. On these old cars, Pacers, and then you can fix these yourself.
Yeah, but these cars have got style.
These have got style, looks and classic looks. The Commodore's got no style, Fords and they got no style.
There's nothing to look at.
They got nothing to look at. These cars have got classic looks and everything about them. Yeah, they've got the classic looks and everything.
Oh yeah.
These cars can handle the road. When it's wet, these other cars are too light, they float. These cars really sit on the road, they do. They just sit on the road, they don't move. They're safe cars on the road, but safe for all these new cars on the road, and new cars are unsafe.
Okay.
You know,
I'll let you go.
Yeah.
And I'll film you in a few minutes.
There I am.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.